All right, welcome everybody. How you guys all doing today? Welcome one, welcome all. Yeah, let's kind of dig right in. I can bring up a really tight chart, so I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna bring up a 3-day chart. First, let's take a look at our gaps. Right, what do we got open right now? There's that 6,200 that got filled by the Shady Mafia, by the Futures Mafia. So right now, we technically on the 12-hour, we do have a gap on the 12-hour. It's down here, meh, right? But the daily for sure showing a huge gap down to 81.39. So we do have this one big monster gap that's down here. 81.39. I personally think that I think we're gonna get a little pushy uppy and then a play down, right? We're gonna get finally our move down. This is my big chart. This is like the Mamma Jamma chart. We're gonna look at real quick. This is the 3-day. We are seeing serious bearish divergence on the 3-day chart, like some hardcore bearish divergence on the 3-day chart. Take a look at that bad boy right there. Like that is pretty wicked, and we're also pumping in a hanging man candle. Now, listen, there's nothing that says this 3-day 9, which is we're on, right? Can basically just run up and wick out up here into the high resistance area, which I think is 94.50. One thing I do want to point out when we strip this chart bare, right? I want to point out something to everybody that, look, you see your 9, you see your 9, you see you wick out, right? It's not that often that you get like a super hardcore run out of this, even though it is possible. Nothing that isn't, but look at the wick on that baby. Check out the wick on that baby. These are all 3-day bleeding 9s that played out. Look at, there's a 9 bled out, right? So it's very common for 9s to bleed out. Here the 9 bled out right here, and then just took off to the moonland, right? Just, I mean, absolutely moondoggy. And we can go back and we can actually follow this trend kind of all the way down back into the yonder years, where we really just watch the 3-day chart do a pretty good job. I mean, I really enjoy playing the 3-day chart. Look, there's 3-day, right? 3-day, 3-day. It loves to bleed on us. 3-day bleed. 3-day bleed. Jesus, look at this one. 3-day bleep, 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 just bled forever right there, right? Super crazy. So the 3-day does like to bleed, and that's kind of like, I like where we're at right here, because you can almost count on the 3-day just loving to bleed almost every single time. Now, if we do put up some kind of hardcore hanging man candle, I can see us just retracing back down to fill that gap, which isn't much lower. That gap is not much. We just took a look at that gap. There it is, 81 and change. There's not much to do down there, 81 and change. That's where that little gap is. Now, we do have a bullish gap on top of us. It's at 89 and almost 9K, right? It's almost 9K. Like to just play this out as a bleeding 9 up, run up into this resistance, let this bearish divergence play out, just like how beautiful it is right here. And let's go take a look and see if we can see some bearish divergence as this is played out historically. Let's see if we can find some on the there's 9. No, that thing just mooned up, right? That was just a straight moonshot. Right, straight moonshot. Yeah, no, kind of stayed flat. Nope, negative. And nope, I mean the volume, Jesus Christ, the volume just kind of took off there. That was like a holy sheeting for holy. I mean, it kind of did flagged out a little bit right here is where you got now. Not really. No, I mean, I really don't see the level of bearish divergence like right there, like how blatant that is. Like, that's pretty damn blatant. Like, no, see, that thing just kept going up and up and up. Very interesting, because that is like super hardcore. Things that make you go, Nope. Very interesting. Like that bad boy is just so hard. Why are you doing that so hard like that? Like if this was a gangster, this would be like a hard ass gangster right there, right? Very interesting though. I mean, I'm really keeping my eye on this thing because that is playing out now. If it did break, you've got, you know, what's I want to add this in here too. Let's put this right 81 Berg. We'll just put that level in there. So we're gonna make that white because it's gonna be our gap fill. That's gonna be our gappy. Right? We're gonna put that in there. We're gonna call this gap support. Right? So that's our gap support right there. All right, and we're gonna go like this. And drop that over in the members area. Okay, so that's kind of my thing on the on this chart right here. And we're going to get to the weekly chart a little bit more down the road. Give me a second to get to that bad boy, okay? Been watching this. Look at this warning. I'm just going to throw this out here as a warning. This thing has done a terrific job of hanging in here. I'm going to stretch that out because I want this to be as try to get this as close to accurate as possible, right? I have multiple alarms set for this thing, right? I have multiple alarms set here. Okay, so if this thing does break this, this will be El Shito show, right? Right? NVT chart, channel. We need to just stay in the channel, right, at everyone. And I'm going to throw up a little warning for everybody. All right. So as long as we stay in the channel right there, we are okay. We're okay. Moving averages, nothing. I don't see any moving averages. There's nothing helping anything here. No bullish on any of these timelines all the way up to the daily. Everything just putting along, right? Supports for the 200 MAs are all deep, right? Oops, sorry, gonna move that. I am so tired right now. I apologize. Bollinger Bands really tightening up on the daily over here. Massive on the 2-day. Jesus Christ, you can't even see the bottom of the 3-day. Look at the 3-day. It's like, hello, where are you? It's so far down there, nobody even knows where it's at, right? Same thing over here on the 2-day. I mean, just deep. You know, here's but you are tightening up on your daily. Everything else is pretty wide. And 12 hours, so nothing to really be concerned about. Nothing. I'm not really looking at that as any kind of a warning. But you see, you've got this 8,000 area right here, and I'm gonna make this one white over here, simply because if we did fall down, all we do is just be filling the gap right here. So if we did this, this would just be a fill in the gap kind of a thing right here, right? And let's put that on there. Gap filler support, right? That's all that's going to be, and there's our gap filler support, and I'm going to do the same thing right here, gap filler support, right? That's all this is right here. This just shows us where the gap filler support is if we did just lose this, if we did just lose where we're at right here, right? Gap filler support, right? All right, we're going to move right along. And now the weekly Bollinger Band. Okay, weekly Bollinger Band, very nice, out of control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just so many weeks out of this baby right here. And look, we're just you know, chilling, just really moving sideways this whole week. Once again, you've got weekly bearish divergence right here. Your volume is definitely teetered off. Doesn't mean, you know, we can't just, you know, do a small retrace to that 8100 level. Once again, I would like to see us come up, clear this out, hit that 382, and then bounce back down, right? All right, let's move along. Gauss's, nothing. Just listen, the Gauss's, every single thing is low, right? Everything is low, like low. Like crazy low. So I mean, there's nothing really to talk about on the Gausses because like the support is all way down yonder. We're just so blown out on the Gauss charts. Really an old chart. I should probably figure this out because I mean this pretty much played exactly. We came back, filled that 62.90, and then bounced right out of it. Old chart, need to update it, and yeah, just this chart completely needs to be updated. You know, once again. This is the your RSI bubble chart. RSI bubble chart, you know, just kind of in a range right here. We're just kind of in this range. I would like to just stay in this range. Honestly, everybody, I would like to stay sideways. Let these alts pop out. Bring down the BTC. Bring down the dominance on the BTC a little bit. Let's push the alts up just a little bit. That would be really all I could ever ask for. Just give us that sweet little apple pie. Let me stretch these out. Apparently I've not been keeping up. Right? Slide on down, and clone. And you see the rejections. Look at how well this area works. Rejection, rejection, rejection. And double top, which was not. We're going to remove that. Okay. Doesn't really tell me anything, just that we're kind of back in battling this rejection area right here for the long trade. You know, that's all it is. The struggle is real for the long trade. MACD, this is the MACD bubble chart. We bounced off a green line, so we bounced off this bullish line and got one more pushy back up. Right, one more pushy back up. Now we've broke this and we're doing pretty good. You see this trend line right here has kind of done a good job holding us down. But like I said, just let's move sideways. Don't dump out yet, please. Even just a little bit more up. Weekly chart, once again, take a look at that. Came up, hit this weekly, got rejected. There's the weekly historical resistance. You can look back and see wick, closes, and just pulled right back to the monthly, and we bounced right off the monthly. So we're just kind of trapped in this. Now on the top side, you got 42.50, 92.50, I apologize, 92.50 on the top side. A real run would be 99.41 for your next real level. You do have weekly. Your weekly is right there. There's your weekly. Let me make that orange, right? Let me pull this bad boy all the way back. I'm going to add this, and what's that? Pretty much 9,600, right? 9,600. All right. All right, nothing to write home about, nothing to get excited about here. Like I said, I'd just like to have one more run up. Let's get right up here and tickle some nuts, and then drop down. That's what I would prefer here, unless we're just going to drop down to 8,100, fill the gap, and then come up. Nothing, like just a void above this, right? So I mean, let's take a look at this. That's your support level right there, right? Clone. And really your next block is right there. That's your next block of resistance on the VPVR. So, you know, what is that? That's 93, 94. And then look at this. There's just not much buy volume up there. There's just not a lot of volume up there. You're kind of in a void right now. I mean, believe it or not, you're kind of in a void. Not a lot of buy action there. Interesting to check out over here. I mean, very interesting to check this out because, you know, we're moving very bullish. Okay, I mean, this is just extremely bullish here. And you've opened up a bear and a bull gap at exactly the same freaking time. It's pretty crazy, right? So we got a bear and a bull gap. The bear gap came first, the bull gap came second. So once again, let's just kind of see, and let's just kind of figure out how this is going to play out, because this just tells me confused as fuck, right? That's all that says to me, confused as fuck. I mean, there's nothing. It's like, all right, we got a bear gap now, we got a freaking bull gap now. Can we get a break? It's just, this is killing me, okay? Just to make it even harder to play the gaps with the futures mafia, right? So if you get the futures mafia involved now, so we're just going to play this out. Now, you did get these two poke ups here. I still don't know how to play this. This is still bullish. As long as this orange line is on the bottom, this is all bullish. Bulls are in control, right? If it does happen, it'll happen hard and fast. Now the weekly on the ADX chart, super crazy. Look at how deep this is, right? I'm gonna come over here. I mean, look at this, deep, right? And look at where we're at right now. I mean, we are super deep. And what this is this is very bullish, right? This is extremely bullish. But look at these. When this was deep, right? As long as you're below that blue line, the bulls are owning the shop, right? As long as you're below, the orange is below, look at this. The bulls are completely owning this now. So pretty much everything that happens all the way up until these cross again is a bull market. We are in a bull market, right? And that look at how quickly that happened though. I want to go back and like look at how quickly this just, like they boom and they hit, and that it was just pretty much over in like a day. Well, 3 hours. It was over in like 3 hours. Right? We all know what happened. WMA chart, longs to shorts, very neutral. Nothing to get excited about here still. I mean, the longs to shorts are super neutral right now. I haven't even checked them lately. This is probably completely wrong. Sorry, BTC is way up there. There's the BTC right there. So nothing, just really nothing for me. Everything's neutral, little on the oversold area for the bears, for the shorts, but nothing's like super out of control. I think people are just kind of neutral right now, waiting for the next move to happen. This is the only chart that I want you to just, once again, I preach this thing every fucking day, and I'm going to preach it again until you guys get it, okay? That every single time we've had the very first bull run, right, which is the first bull run here, the first bull run here on the weekly. There's your weekly 9, it retraced to a 1. There's your weekly 9, it retraced to a 1. There's our weekly 9. In order to trace to a 1 that's lower than it, that has to wick down below 50.86. Has to wick below 50.86. So I'm just throwing it out there. Historically, that is what has happened. I'm not going to say that's going to happen this time, but it's happened the last 2 times, okay? So we're just throwing it out there. All right, nothing on these charts at all. Really, money's pouring back into the market. We got a bunch of money that's just continued to come into the market. A little sideways action right here. We're moving very nicely inside of this wedge right here on Phoenix. I like to watch the Phoenix one simply because that's where all the tether goes in. This is where all the shady shit goes on right here. So you need to watch the shady one, right? It's like when you're dating, like let's say you're on it, you're dating a couple girls and you're like, hey, you got 2 or 3 hotties you're dating at the same time, right? And this is the good girl right here. This is Bitstamp. She like goes to church, right? Calls you before she goes to bed, like wears a skirt that's past her ass, right? Then you got Coinbase over here. And this is like a little more bitchy, right? The Coinbase one's a little more bitchy. She's more expensive. She's high maintenance, right? She costs a lot more, right? This is like dating, just some rich bitchy girl right here. And then you got and then you got Phoenix. And Phoenix is just a dirty ass slut that will sleep with all of your friends. I mean, that's just what Phoenix is. I mean, you come home, you find her banging your friends, and she looks at you like it's your fault, right? You're like, what? Right? All right, so let's move along. And so listen, this is a tighter timeline kind of showing where we're at right now. I see us in this wedge, right? And I said, if you guys were watching the other day, I said, listen, we got to reach 8,800. We got to break 8,800, right? And we know now that our gap is actually a little bit higher up here. Our gap is like up here somewhere. Jesus fucking Christ. So our gap's like up in here. So in order to get up here to break this gap, we've definitely got to get up here. And I'm going to slide this whole thing over, right? And I'm going to put this bad boy up there. Right, so there's our gap. I'm just going to this is our gap to break out. Now, if you were in the members area and you guys were watching, let's scroll up, right? Where did I have that? Where is yesterday? Do, 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 do. Right, there it is right there. This is the key. We need to hit 8,800, right? We need to hit 8,800. I said I do not trust this until we hit 8,800. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. That's what happened. And I said, that's what we had to. We got to hit that 8,800 level. Otherwise, this is it's just, I like it because we want to move sideways, right? We want to move sideways here. We want to just stay in this range. This is perfect. Now we are going to come into this, into the edge of this this triangle right here. So we're going to come into the edge of this wedge, and it's going to force us to pick a team. Either we're going to break up or we're going to break down. I can't tell you which one, but both are completely possible. There's nothing. Now, the best thing that can happen right here is we get this shot, but slowly. Right, we get our 9,400 run. Right, this is our run to 9,400. Run to 9450. Oh, Jesus Christ. 9450. Right, and this is really what we want over here. We're really looking for this run to 9450 over here. Boom. Right, now, how would I like to run there? I don't want to run like a maniac. We don't want to run. We want to grind up. Right? This will be better for alts, right? Right? And then, moving sideways is best here. All right, so, I mean, this is really what we want to do. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was probably too big to print that off right there. So we want to really just grind this baby up right here, right? Let me copy this. Right, there we go. Right, so right now, I mean, I honestly can't tell you. Either we're gonna pop up or we're gonna drop down, and then we're gonna pop up. So we're gonna pick a freaking team here. But I don't like it that we haven't. I want to hit that 9,400, right? I really want to hit the 9,400. Let's take a look at BTC dominance. Here was the long trend line we were at. We really held this beautifully. Look at this, bang, bang, bang. And we finally fell out. Now we're coming down to support here. We're coming down to support, but we really want our alts to break out here. We want the alts to break out of this triangle a little bit and just kind of putter, just kind of go up a little bit. That's what we want to see. And we want BTC dominance just to keep slipping. Right, we want this bad boy just to keep slipping down here, and that would be the absolute best for all of us. I do want to go find one last chart. Let me go find this last chart. There it is. So that's it. Just shows you where the 382 is. So if you take from the very tippity top to the very tippity bottom, there's the 382. There's the 9430. This is really where I would love to hit. Then get a retrace, right? Let's come back down here, 7,000 region, and then we can go back up. Okay, that's there's a lot that can happen here, a lot that's going on. The best thing for all of us right now, people, is just to move sideways. Right? Honestly, that is the best thing that we can actually hope for right now. What I am going to do is I'm going to leave this chart. So this is probably one of the best charts that you can watch right here. This will tell you when you are about to break for a long, okay? And then I'm going to put this bad boy up here. Right? There we go. Okay. Bull gap. Bear gap. I'm going to pull the volume out. We really don't need the volume on that chart right there, right? And then I am going to throw a notation on this chart. Hold on a second. Okay, and I left this. I'm going to leave this, right? because listen, there's still weakness here. There's still weakness here until this bad boy breaks out. And this was actually right in this range right there. I'm actually going to try to make that a little bit bigger. It's a little hard to see right there. Right? It's like super shitty to see. Okay? So, like, I just see this as there's just, oh, Jesus Christ. All right, let's pop that. Let's lock that bad boy up. Okay? So that's really it right there, okay? And it's just as simple. We got to break out over here, and we just got to hold the wedge, right? And we're gonna put a notation in here into the wedge. Shit. Oh wait, I won't write shit. Into the wedge. Getting close to a move. Okay, and then boom. Pink arrow. All right, into the wedge. Move coming. All right, everybody, that's it for me. I want to say thank you all so much, man. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being here for the secret session. Really appreciate it. Listen, members have been absolutely killing it. So listen, if you're not signed up, you're not a member, we would love to have you on as a member. We are making some beastly plays, some amazing calls. Listen, this is making, having tons of fun, making some money. Nothing better than that, right? Nothing better than that, right? So let me slide this bad boy up there. All right, and boom. All right. Oh man, I didn't do Litecoin. I apologize for not doing Litecoin and or Ethereum. I'll do alts another time. I did them all night tonight. Thank you all. I am the Vamp. We're from Trading Associates. This has been a blast, and I am out.